And what I'm going to do right now is take you through a prospecting business plan. For those of you that suck in business, chasing business, we're going to go through a prospecting plan. The first thing I want you to understand very clearly, your number one goal in real estate is this: to get listings. Nothing else really matters. We simply know that getting listings cures every problem in real estate. Getting listings gets rid of every problem. You must wake up on the first day of every month and understand that your future is dependent on how many listings you're going to get. That is your core business objective. Your core product that you have in real estate is one thing. It is simple. It is trust. You see, you got to understand, a buyer, when they buy a property, they're exchanging money that they have for a house. However, in real estate, my friends, it is quite different. A sale is getting someone to give you their listing, and that is not a product. It's something that you feel but you can't actually see, and that is you're buying the trust that the person you're getting is better than any other agent in town. And that, my friends, is your superpower. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment and I'm going to come back in here, and I want everyone to understand the number one thing in real estate that you must do. A lot of people complicate it. That you must do is that you've got to get listings. You got all these other people doing all sorts of activities, getting busy, being busy. Your core objective is to get listings. I'm going to go back to the screen. Now, let's have a look at this here. We move on here, and I want to show you, my friends, here are some people, clients that I work with, I've done coaching with, I've done training with, and what you're seeing there is the best of the best. There's plenty of others there as well, right? But I want to let you know, you look at all these people here, one of the things that they've got in common is that they understand the law of replacement. And the law of replacement says this: I must always be getting new business coming in, because if I don't, I have got to accept that I'm losing people in my pipeline. The law of replacement says you will always have people that you thought you were going to do business with, you thought you were going to get their listing, but you no longer will, because they either change their mind, or they go and they list with someone else, or they decide to sort of rent it out. And I'm letting you know, the people here, you're looking at the screen, that guy there, Tessalon, does over 100 sales a year, 113, writes 2 million. Kate Smith, 200 sales in Adelaide. Tommy Hector writes around 1.6. Angelo Nicholas writes about the same from the Harris team. Shari does 200 sales. As far as I'm concerned, to me, it's really obvious. I've got to tell you, for me, who are the two best real estate agents over a 20-year period? 20-year period, my friends. To me, over 20 years, it's Matt Steinwade and it's James Tostovan, because they are giants of the industry. They've done it over a long term, and I've got to say to you, guys and girls, listen to me very, very carefully. That screen, and Tanae Jane, that also I didn't mention. Big shout out to you, Tanae. Big shout out to Tanae. Tanae, he's got a baby girl that has joined the family. So can everyone please give him a big thumbs up, a big thumbs up. Beautiful story. 4 or 5 years ago, another Panos client, pretty much struggling along, working selling mobile phone plans. Today, the guy's writing $1 million, found a wife, bought a house, bought an X5, bought another property, had a kid. Fantastic stuff. Guys and girls, let's move on. I want to keep showing you my screen. Share it. Come here. Let's move on. What are we going to talk about now? I want to let you know, getting listings. There's two models to it. You either go off and look for them and you prospect and you reach out, or what do? You've got a brand that attracts them. Basically, they come to you. You're either a magnet or you go out and get them. And it's a pity we haven't got Josh on, because you would have seen he used both models. When you start off, you simply don't have a brand. When you start off, you've got to understand you don't know people. And what you do is you rely on prospecting. And we're going to cover who you call and what you say. And by the way, guys and girls, this is the sort of content people are going to be getting for the 21 days. So if you haven't, let me see if I can bring a banner up here. Guys and girls, let's go do that. Let's do that. Let's go here. Save. We go here. Show. Guys and girls, we're closing it off because tomorrow at 11:30 it starts, and I would love you to be part of the program. $97 for 3 weeks of coaching, and today I'm giving you a test run of what it's going to be like. It's both video and PowerPoint presentation. Let's move on. Go back here, share screen, come here. Let's go through here. We go here. Yes, thank you. And I want to let you know that it's all about the pipe, and the real secret in real estate is this. It's called the 30-day rule. What you do in a 30-day period affects the next 90 days. And one of the reasons people suck in real estate, one of the reasons why Panos has got a job, why he's a real estate agent, why Josh Fegan, Lee Woodward, Jed Xavier, Mark McLeod, every coach and trainer out there, why have we got a job? Because we're telling people stuff they already know, but they don't do. And one of those is their addiction to get immediate results. Please nail this in your head. The 30-day rule says this: what I do in this 30 days affects the next 90 days. So guys and girls, if you train yourself to understand the concept of delayed gratification, you don't eat an apple and lose weight. You don't do a sit-up and get a six-pack, and you don't make a prospecting call and get a listing, guys and girls. Understand that. And I've talked about the law of replacement, but here's a fundamental reason why most of the real estate agencies that I know have salespeople that struggle in the world of prospecting. Why? They don't know who to call. They don't know the purpose of the call. Like some people think, oh, you've got to call because you've got to get an appointment. No, not everyone wants a bloody appointment. Sometimes you call because you've got to get the people out of your database, because you don't need someone that's in Tanzania sitting in your CRM system. You need a clean, fit database with muscle, not a fat database with lard on it. And I'm letting you know, and other reasons why people suck at prospecting is that they don't put it in as a diarized appointment. They just got in their head, I should prospect, but what gets scheduled gets done. And other reasons why people suck at prospecting is fear of rejection. I'm going to call someone and they're going to be rude to me and it's going to upset me. Well, guys and girls, let's see what these comments are like at the moment. What do we got here, gang? We got a few people there. Guys and girls, are you getting it? Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? That this whole thing in real estate requires a special person. It's not just what you say. It's who you've got to become. And that's why tomorrow, day one, is all about the psychology of it. Because I've got to tell you, you've got to be mentally tough and you've got to have the ability, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow, understanding the research from Martin Seligman that says that we either explain or process things to us in our head in a optimistic way or in a pessimistic way. And this, my friends, has a big determinant on your success in real estate. In fact, there is a lot of research that shows that the way that we explain an event and the way that we process it and the belief that we put to that story affects our consequences. And I'll be talking to you about a great psychological model by the great psychologist Ellis. Uses the ABC model: adversity, belief, consequence. So what happens? Let's talk about it. So what happens is you do an appraisal. You think you've got the listing. The owners tell you they're going to ring you back. They don't ring you back the next day, and they don't ring you back the day after. You call them and they don't call you back that day. So what happens is you go into depression because automatically you adopt a belief that says, they don't want to list with me, so that's why they're not ringing back. That's your belief. Now let's look at the consequence. You then go into a slump and then you have a shit day and you get depressed that day. I say to you that you can shift your thinking. And that's one of the things we're going to be doing in the 21-day program, helping you understand that you've got 60,000 thoughts per day, and they're normally the same thought over and over again, and that you have the opportunity and choice to change that thought. And what you've got to do, guys and girls, is understand that the event happens, then you choose a belief that supports who you want to be and the goals you want to achieve. So what do? They don't call you back. You don't turn around and get depressed. You say, hey, they might be busy, but I also understand that they might not list with me. And I understand that I've got a lot of balls in the air because that's the way business is. And if I worry about this too much now, it's going to take me away from the activities I need to do because I got to get smart here. Am I worried about that listing, or am I worried about the 10 that I never got called into? So let's get to work and keep going through. And if I worry about the process, the proceeds will come. I hope that the one thing that comes out of the 21-day program is that you become a black belt of the mind. Because I've got to say to you, like, sure, scripts and dialogues, they help, right? Because you should never use 1,000 words when 50 will do. And when you incorporate those into your own personality with good intent, I got to tell you, you've provided art. But what really matters is having the ability to be able to do this stuff when your world's falling apart, when there's chaos, when there's COVID-19, when you don't have any stock, so you don't have anything to play off. That, my friends, requires a special person. This thing here is the most powerful thing in your real estate career. So guys and girls, I'm going to move back in and I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to come here to the application window and just continue going. Why do people suck at it? Apart from immediate results, some people have energy blockages. I don't know what it is. They're not sleeping well. They're doing too much substances at night. I don't know. Maybe that they just hate their personal life. And what happens is that plays out in their business life. All I'll say to you is, as David Goggins says, sometimes when you've got pain in your right hip, the problem might be the left knee. Sort yourself out. Get to the source. And the next thing is poor priority management. Let me tell you, there is no thing as time management. There is only choice management. And the last thing, my friends, is lack of product knowledge. Most reasons why people suck at prospecting are summarized there. And one of those last ones is the fact that they just don't know their market well. So when they're making nurture calls, they don't actually know what to say. Guys and girls, let me just see. So, by the way, in the 21-day program, yes, I know I'm doing an infomercial, but I can. It's my show, and I'll cry if I want to. Is that how the song goes? By the way, we're going to be doing 3 fanatical prospecting sessions in the 21 days. Correct. 3 prospecting sessions where I will go through all the scripts and dialogues. I'll go through all the templates. And then what we do is we hit the phones. And what we do is we measure you. And by the way, the 21-day program is using a system called LearnDash that requires you to actually show that you've done the work. It ain't Netflix. So let me move back in, go to share the screen, come back here. We look at that here. And what I want to let you know here is this concept of the golden hours versus the platinum hours. The golden hours versus the platinum hours is simply this. During the golden hours, what you do is you call people. During the platinum hours is you prepare who you're going to call. Powerful lists equal powerful results. I'll say that again. Powerful lists equal powerful results. You're going to struggle in real estate prospecting if you just go to your desk and what you do is you go and sit down and you say, Tommy said that I should go off and I should do 2 hours of prospecting, and you sit in front of your computer, and then the next thing you know is you're staring at your computer and you don't know who to call. You don't know where to start. You know why? Because you're overwhelmed. You need something. You need a clear piece of paper or a spreadsheet that says ring these people, right? So I've got to say to you, set yourself up for success. Powerful lists equal powerful results. End of story. Some of you use Rita, which is artificial intelligence, which allows you to have a list of people. And many of you that saw Sarah and I go around Australia and New Zealand before COVID-19 know what I'm talking about. But please understand, if you're just going to go sit down on your desk and don't know who you're going to call, and you just got pieces of paper, oh, what's that name here, right? And you've got names all over the place, you're going to struggle. As Lisa Kramer says, you plan the night before. Guys and girls, let's keep moving on. Let me move on. We go here, go here, right, share that, come here. And I've got to let you know, let me just go over it. The platinum hours, you prepare your list. The golden hours, you make your calls. How many calls should you be making? Well, there's no right answer, but let me tell you, if you're not an attraction business and you're not having 20 connections per day, you're going to struggle in real estate. And I've also got to let you know, the real estate gym members have my prospector. That's right. You call, you measure it, and this is all saved. Just like a bodybuilder measures their reps and their weights, just like Matty Steinwade, who's putting on all that muscle, that's what this does. This builds muscle in your prospecting, and that is all part of the real estate gym. That comes with your real estate gym. My prospector, it's your own personalized one. No one else sees it except for you. Calls, connects, and appointments. And it's so good to be able to see at the end of the week, at the end of the month, how you're going with your calls. I've got to tell you, the guy or girl that makes the most calls to the right people wins in real estate. Why? Because you solve the most problems. Guys and girls, do me a favor. Press the share video right now, and I'm going to pick one person, and I'm going to give them, listen what I'll do. I'll tell you what I'll do. You press the share now. By tomorrow at 11 o'clock, we're going to give away a free 21-day program to one of the people that shares it. We'll randomly pick it. Press that share button. Let's go. We go here, share screen. Got to press that share button. I want that video. I want this to get 50 shares. Ooh, what do we do here? We go here, application window, share there. Yes, there. Press that there. Okay, so let's move in. And I want to let you know that friction to me is one of the things that you've got to use to set yourself up for prospecting success and take it away from prospecting failure. Think about this. Friction is an enabler and a disabler. I'll give you an example. Hypothetically speaking, let's assume that you wanted to get really serious about the gym, but the gym you actually were at was 1 hour's drive. You've actually got a lot of friction there, right? You've got a lot of friction. Here's another example, right? You want to move to a gym that's 1 minute away, right? That's getting rid of friction. Or chocolate. What if you're a person that's just addicted to eating chocolate all the time? And here's the deal. If you don't have chocolate in the fridge, you're actually putting friction between you and the chocolate, right? Because what you're doing is forcing yourself to get into your car and to drive to go buy chocolate. So what you've got to do is always play these games where you change your environment, where you're either adding or taking away friction. And one of the smart things that prospectors do is they eliminate friction by, like, what if your problem is that you can't prospect in the office because everyone interrupts you? What do? You intelligently basically go sit in your Tesla or any car you've got, and you park your car and you make your phone calls where no one else can interrupt you. There's an example of how you eliminate friction. Guys and girls, what I'm getting to you, what I'm trying to say to you is that you've got to use every technique there is out there to set yourself up for success. By the way, Shane Beaumont, this guy here, he's going to be, that guy there, see him? He's going to be in the 21-day program with Josh Tesselin, with Tom Ferry, with Mark McLeod, with Shannon Whitney, with Megan Jaffe, with Gav Rubenstein, Marty Fox. Who else is there, Susan? Can you put them in there? I keep forgetting. We got some incredible people in there. Dr. Fred tomorrow, right? Guys and girls. Okay, let me move on. Can I ask you, are you enjoying this webinar? I'm trying to work out whether a webinar format works well on a Sunday night rant. Just tell me, honest feedback, yes, no, PowerPoint, no. I'd love to get your feedback. That is my market research. Ready, go, can't wait, always learning. Thank you so much. Matty Steinway. Yeah, Matty Steinway, correct. How could I forget Matty Steinway and Johnny McGrath and Phil Harris and Tom Hector? There we go. We're getting everyone. Fantastic. Let me move on. Let's share the screen again. And we come here. Friction is what we want to do. And I'm going to press this. And I got to let you know that, you know what, we're not going to have enough time. There was a few things. I was going to go through the 8 calls that we have to go through in real estate. But what I'm going to do is I am going to stop share and I'm going to let you know. We will cover that. We will cover that during the course. And that is what we're going to be doing is covering exactly who to call, what to say, because I actually think that a lot of people suck in prospecting, and the reason they suck in prospecting is they just don't know what to say. They ring up and say, "Hi, it's Tom Panos here. I'm just calling to see whether you'd be interested in moving at all in the near future." No? Okay, bye. Yeah, okay, bye, bang. So let's go through the names. Tommy Hector, Shane Beaumont, Matty Steinway, Maria and Manos Vindakakis. Yes, love these people. Kate Smith, 200 sales a year. Josh Tessel and Megan Jaffe. Jason Boone is on Tuesday. Richardson and Wrenches, number 1. Delene Lewis, Dane Atherton. Tanja Neven Jones from O'Brien's. She's great. Tommy Ferry, James Tostover, Mark McLeod, Chris Hassel from Buxton's. We have got the best of the best, but I've got to tell you, you know what's going to be amazing? The coaching that you're going to be getting on each individual item that you need to succeed. Yes, I've been selling here today, but I'm pumped about it because I've got myself something meaningful to do for 21 days to really impact the lives of thousands of people. Because guess what? Open for inspections. They're back in Sydney. Auctions on site. They're back. Got booked straight away. I'm doing an auction on Saturday already, guys and girls. You can tell the energy's flying. Why? Because I've made passion my paycheck. And I reckon if you spend 21 days with me, I got a good opportunity of making you believe that anything is possible. Guys and girls, I've already gone for half an hour. I'm going to bring up that banner here. Guys and girls, there we go. If you go to realestategym.com.au, there's a tab, 21-day program. But Susan is also going to, hey, Regan, you've just registered. Beautiful. One of thousands that are going to be doing it. So Susan's also going to put the link in the comments on how to go direct there. Guys and girls, I'm going to sign off here. I want to apologize. Josh Tesselin, the sound issue didn't work. We're going to use him next week. That's what well, listen, I'm not going to make that promise because we've got him in, it may not work next week. Because next week, guess what? I won't be on here. We will not have a Sunday night rant next week because Sunday is actually part of the 21-day program, and that is going to be on the private real estate gym page. Guys and girls, I am signing off, letting you know, and remember, Stay strong.